Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here, and I know I've been doing a lot of music stuff on my channel. And, don't have my server anymore. I got to replace it, so I've been using my backup as to stream some music. Now, I know it's been kind of crazy music at times. I'm kind of like a little bit of different types of music. Sorry, guys. You don't like it? Well, you don't have to watch it. But I've been doing it because I can link it up to my phone through YouTube and just listen to music as I'm doing whatever I'm doing. Paperwork, working on kick guitar, stuff around the house, even driving in my car. So I could take music with me, whatever I'm playing in the house, just link it up to the car stereo, and I got YouTube on the car stereo. So, as you've seen in Lance Moss's Hangout recently, I was doing a little bit of sanding on the Dead Man guitar. Well, I did a lot more sanding after that. I ended up putting on the headphones, playing some music, doing a live Hangout again. Now, I'm not saving these because I know it's going to be copyright shit, once YouTube gets a hold of it, so I've been deleting those Hangouts. Not a big deal. Been kind of doing it for personal use, whatever, until I get my server back. Now, I've been working on this thing and I've been working on it a lot. Started off with the 400 grit sandpaper, 600, 800, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500. Last one is 3000 grit sandpaper. And I have to say that this thing came out fucking awesome. Now, I did a little bit of just hand rubbing on it to kind of bring out the shine from the 3000 grit sandpaper, and I gotta say it really came out nice. The back of the guitar, I think I'm just going to hand rub it a little bit with some rubbing compound, some real light grit, kind of like a hand glaze type of rubbing compound. It has barely any abrasive in it. It's only for polishing, and I think I'm going to do that with this. The reason why I haven't taken it and thrown it on the buffer yet is I still have to cut out some of the pockets yet for the pickups and the control cavity. Now, I'm not too worried about how it looks around those areas besides the neck pickup. The neck pickup, I want it to look really nice. Everything else is going to be hidden behind a cover plate or some sort, so I'm not too concerned about that, but I'm going to show it to you. Here she is. Now, I polished up just this area here by hand, and as you can see, it's not very dull as far as the rest of it, but the rest of it still has kind of a glare to it. Now, as you can see, it's very flat, exception of when it comes to the areas that it's going to be hidden. Now, the area that is been polished, you can really see a difference in how the light glares compared to the dull. Then it gets a little bit shiny, but that's basically it. As you can see my phone, and how it turned out. Now, the rest of it is pretty much has a kind of like a fog to it. That's from the 3000 grit sandpaper. The area that I hand rubbed, like I said, was just this area here. Now, the back of it, I'm not very concerned about. It looks fucking pretty damn good. I'm gonna try to get the computer in it so you can kind of see it. So I'm not too worried about the back or the sides. It's just this top that I really want to make really fucking shine because of the glaze coating that I put on there. It's glaze coating, glaze, gloss. That's what it is. And it gave a lot of depth. Again, just like I've been putting on everything else, it gives a lot of depth to what you're using. Now, I did not put a lot of coats on this, okay? I put 2 coats, and that was it, 2 very thin coats, and it worked out pretty damn good. So I'm happy the way it turned out. Tomorrow's a new day, and I will be working on cutting out the pockets and then polishing up the whole body so I can go to the next stage, and that's putting the pickups and everything else in it and getting the neck on it and go ahead and start wiring it up and stringing it up. Now, I did put a bone nut on the neck. All right, so I got rid of that plastic nut. I had to do a little bit of work with the pocket for the nut because the plastic nut was a little bit smaller, so I kind of filed down a little bit on the nut and ended up opening up the pocket a little bit. I got files that are real small jeweler files, real easy to use, real simple to keep things square, and that's what I ended up doing. The nut's already cut. The nut's already got the what you can say, pockets or whatever you want to call for the strings, and it's already in place. So all I have to do is get the strings on it, adjust the action height at the first fret, and call that done as well. But I can't do any of that until I get this done. So again, this is it. Pretty much flat as far as the body goes. Like I said, around this area over here where it kind of slopes in a little bit, I'm not concerned about that. Everything is pretty much flat on this body, the exception of where I got to cut out the pockets. And so far, I get the light in this thing pretty good. There's where the glare is right now, where I ended up hand rubbing it. So the hand rub was just a test. I am going to put it on the buffer. And I went over this thing, I don't know how many times with the sandpaper, just so I can get the scratches from the last sandpaper out of it. And this one here is going to have, just like the rest of them, is going to have one hell of a glass finish to it. And yeah, after that, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll get it strung up, I'll set it up and everything else. And as far as selling it goes, I have no idea, because I don't know what to do as far as pricing it goes. Some people can give me some ideas like $500. It's like, well, it's a cake guitar. And that's the thing that everyone keeps telling me, is that, well, you're doing the artwork to it and everything else, and you're building like if you were building a guitar from scratch, using an already made kit. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do about that as far as a price goes on it. We'll see, I guess. So you guys take care, have a good one, and I'll catch up with you later.